Every generation searches for a successor, a player capable of carrying the game into the future, a player who makes people believe they are witnessing history. For nearly 2 decades, that player was Lionel Messi, a quiet boy from Rosario who transformed football into art. While others played the game, Messi seemed to understand it differently. Defenders chased him. Fans worshipped him. Children copied him. And football slowly became divided into two eras. Before Messi and after Messi, then something unusual happened. A teenager appeared in Barcelona. Not from Argentina. Not from another continent. But from the same football ecosystem that once created Messi. Lamine Yamal. The youngest dream carrying the heaviest expectations. At an age when most teenagers worry about school exams, millions were already asking a dangerous question. Could he be the next Messi? But nobody knew what happened next. Because history has a strange habit. It rarely repeats itself. At first glance, the similarities seemed impossible to ignore. Left foot, Barcelona. Creative genius. Fearless dribbling. A natural ability to make defenders look lost. The comparisons came immediately. The headlines exploded. The videos spread across social media. The football world wanted a new king. But the real story was completely different. Messi grew up in a football world driven by instinct. Street football. Improvisation. Freedom. He learned football like a musician learns rhythm. Natural. Unscripted. Yamal belongs to a different era. An era of cameras. Data. Pressure. Expectations. Every touch is analyzed. Every mistake becomes content. Every success becomes a headline. Messi had pressure. Yamal lives inside pressure. And that changes everything. Because talent alone has never been enough. Behind every football legend exists an invisible battle. The battle inside the mind. Messi spent years proving he belonged. Yamal must spend years proving he isn't simply a copy. And that burden is heavier than people realize. Because football doesn't remember copies. Football remembers originals. But nobody saw the secret hidden beneath these comparisons. The secret wasn't football. It was identity. The world says Yamal must become the next Messi. But what if that's exactly what he should avoid? History offers a warning. Football has seen countless next Messis. Future stars, wonder kids, generational talents. Most disappeared. Not because they lacked ability, because they chased someone else's destiny. The greatest players never replaced legends. They created new legends. Maradona didn't replace Pelé. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't replace Maradona. Messi didn't replace Ronaldo Nazario. They changed the conversation entirely. And that's where this story becomes bigger than football. Every generation faces the same challenge. Do you become the next version of someone else? Or the first version of yourself? Lamine Yamal isn't fighting Messi. He's fighting expectations. He's fighting comparisons. He's fighting the impossible standards attached to greatness. And perhaps that's the most difficult opponent football has ever created. Because nobody can defeat a shadow. You can only step beyond it. But the future still held one final twist. One day, Messi's career will belong entirely to history. His goals will become memories. His dribbles will become documentaries. His magic will become legend. But legends never truly disappear. They become measuring sticks for the generations that follow. And that's where Yamal enters the story. Not as Messi's replacement. Not as Messi 2.0. But as football's next chapter. Because destiny doesn't ask new stars to repeat history. It asked them to write their own. Perhaps one day, Yamal will lift trophies, break records, create moments that define an era. Or perhaps football will discover someone completely unexpected. Nobody knows. And that's what makes this story beautiful. Messi gave football memories. Yamal gives football possibility. One represents legacy. The other represents potential. Together, they reveal something timeless. Football never stops searching for heroes. But heroes are never copies. They are originals. And maybe the biggest mistake we can make is asking whether Yamal can replace Messi. Perhaps the better question is, can football allow Yamal to become something we've never seen before? Because the next great football story may not be about replacing a legend. It may be about escaping one. And that leads us to the next GOAT paradox. Can greatness ever be inherited? Or must it always be created?